In this part of the world, we've always heard of clubs such as Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad, and Al-Ahli and others. But it was just not a long time ago when these names started being associated with the list of top world-class clubs and homes to megastars. And in today's football world, Al-Nassr FC stands as an inspiration in building a world-class club, brick by brick, goal by goal. Today, in a one-on-one session, we will unravel the secrets that have defined Al-Nassr Football Club's journey from concept to excellence and from blueprint to brilliance.
The man on my right doesn't really need any introduction, but Guido Fienga is the newly installed CEO of Al-Nassr Club, a football club that I think prior to January, nobody in the world had heard of. And then as soon as obviously Cristiano Ronaldo arrived, now the entire globe knows Al-Nassr Football Club. So I'll get straight into it. Thank you very much for taking your time out, Guido, because I am guessing that being in the job just a couple of months, you are very busy indeed. But what are your initial impressions having arrived here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
First, thanks for the invitation and hi to everyone. The feeling is good. The first impression is to be part of a very exciting project. The whole country is building the future, and we are just giving a contribution for one of the pillars of the vision, that is football inside the vision. The country decided, almost with the acquisition of Ronaldo, to transform the domestic league that in any case was already existing and was a true league, true competition, in a worldwide product. And they are achieving, because this is now SPL gained a lot of market share in the football industry. SPL became very fast the first product in all Middle East, watched by everyone. And the second product in a very vast area that goes from Northern Africa, Western Africa, and Asia. So at the end is a market of more than 3 billion people. Inside this project, now we need to build the club, the organization that can really fit well in a world-class project to be a world-class club. So the project is amazing, and the work to do is a lot.
Oh, I bet. Did you feel that energy when you arrived here? The energy for the project, the energy for Saudi football, for this region?
You smell energy in all the country here. And obviously in football even more, because we have the competition to run, we have a strong team to manage, we have target to achieve. We need to win, we want to win. So the energy is at the top in a country that is super energetic.
How does Saudi football compare and contrast to European football, in your opinion? Because you were involved with Roma for a number of years, so you've seen it firsthand as a CEO of a top European club.
I think that Saudi football is not a competitor of European football. Saudi football has its own strategy. Obviously, in the worldwide football industry, now there is a new actor that is developing his strategy. But definitely, I don't think that Saudi want to be a competitor of the European football. He want to be the anchor content of a market that now watch Saudi and the football of Saudi as his main focus of interest, or probably the second after the Premier League. But I don't want to be impolite. Here, we watch the player that are good player, if they are playing in Europe and we are able to attract in Saudi, okay, but we don't consider the other European league as a competitor of SPL. We are addressing a different market. We have all our market. The market is huge. In terms of money, obviously, not still at the same level of the European football, but in terms of population to be addressed, it's much more. We are talking about more than 3 billion people that are now watching our matches. And then Europe can continue to do its job. So we don't feel the competition. We don't feel that we are competitor of them.
Cristiano obviously is a huge icon. From your experience, have you seen the younger generation that's coming through now following players as much as they're following clubs? I'm from a generation where you supported your team first and foremost, but now it seems that the younger generation are following the players as individuals. Do you see that?
Yes, definitely. You know, this is a trend that changed in the last 10 years a lot with all the social media. Even if football still is a social platform based on the sense of belongings, and the sense of belongings is with the club. So when we are talking in particular in the domestic market, and when we are talking in particular of the fans community, they feel super belongs to the club. But the capacity of attraction of an icon like Cristiano to the new generation, and when we expand outside of the kingdom to the new market, is huge. We saw the jump that we had in social media followers when Cristiano arrived. That obviously is not at the level of Cristiano, because he's in the number one of the world for all the sector of industry, not just for football. But obviously Cristiano now is no more just the icon of Al-Nassr, is no more just the icon of the Saudi football. He's now becoming a real ambassador of the kingdom for all the future project, at least the football one that now 27 the Asian Cup and 34 the World Cup.
Prior to joining the club a couple of months ago, had you seen anywhere in Europe or on your travels an Al-Nassr shirt? A young kid wearing an Al-Nassr shirt or a shop selling them?
To be sincere, yes. After Cristiano, now everyone knows which are the color of Al-Nassr. And this is for me very important, and this is why I feel the pressure of being the CEO of Al-Nassr. I'm sorry for the other clubs, but in the kingdom there is a competition, and there is a competition between 5-6 clubs, and not just the top 4. There are a couple of other clubs that are well organized. They are growing a lot. But then outside of the kingdom, everyone are watching SPL, but they know just one club, that is Al-Nassr. So Al-Nassr is not just one of the top club that is competing to win trophy in this club, but is the one that is now representing the Saudi football in the world. And Saudi football is a strong pillar of the vision of the leadership of this country. So definitely we know, and I feel the responsibility to represent and to make this kingdom proud of, at least with football, of the well execution of part of this vision.
It's huge pressure, Guido. I can feel that. What's your, well, two things. What is your short-term strategy for the club, and what is the medium and long-term strategy? I'm guessing you've looked at both since arriving.
Okay. Short strategy, obviously, is to develop the club, develop the infrastructure, because the world already feel Al-Nassr as a world-class club. But we know that in terms of perception and in terms of quality of the show, probably we already are there, even if we need to improve. But in terms of organization, in terms of infrastructure, no, we are quite far. We know. we have a plan to develop easily and fastly this infrastructure, this organization, and we must be ready for the end of this season. As a long-term strategy, is more related to the vision that we have of a football club, and personally, is the vision that I try to develop in my previous experience. A football club is, you can consider, split and moved by three engines. One is the one related to performance that we need to increase with the best player and with the best youth sector that help in developing best player. Another one is the media engine. We need to develop media engine is related to the capacity of attraction of international sponsors that are already recognizing the role of the top international club, but it's also related to media. We need to create, our media.
Is that your exposure, is it?
Yes, we
your
need
presence.
to create the media house to transform the emotions that we create in a product. And then there is the last engine that for me is the most important, is the social engine. Social is what increases this sense of belongings of our community, and the community is not just the territorial community of the fans that are close to us, but it's the worldwide community, and developing all the programs that engage our fans and share values, our values with the fans, so they need to feel part of the Al-Nassr community everywhere in the world and in every day of their life. So the long-term strategy will be developed around these three concepts.
Cristiano Ronaldo, we know what he can do on the field. What impact has he had for Al-Nassr off the field? You touched briefly on the social media jump that Al-Nassr received when he arrived. But also as well, my question is, Guido, do you actually need a marketing department if you've got Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes, but first of all, Cristiano still is a top player. So his job, sometimes we forget, is to play. And by the way, he is the high scorer of the league, the one that makes more assists of the league. So definitely is the best player of the league. So and he's performing super well. I've been surprised when I arrived in Al-Nassr to see how in good shape it is, better than probably the last year that I saw in Juventus in Italy and in Manchester. But again, he goes beyond football. He is the most visible man in the world, and we have to recognize that he's not just a social media star or a football star. We have to recognize that he's been a pioneer, a visionary, because he has been the first that arrived and launched this project. And being the first is very different, but being the second is the one that saw something that the other one didn't understood. Is the one that gave the credibility and the trust to a project that embody the project to develop something that has been the first that he understood. So sometimes I joke with Cristiano, I say, you are the Elon Musk of the football, so you are going beyond football, not just because you are a superstar of media, but because you are the one that, after having been the best player in the whole football, you are the one that invented a new product and launched a new football. So, and this interpreted him very well, this role, being a super captain inside the locker room, being probably one of the best ambassadors of the project, being easily involved in representing this country, because the development of football and the development of the country, when you are in Al-Nassr, you feel that are part of the same vision. So definitely is a top man, not just a top player.
Which then begs the question, Guido, and it's the question that nobody wants to face. with someone who has been superb and is superb like Cristiano Ronaldo. What happens next? What happens after Cristiano Ronaldo? What happens when that day comes that he retires, which we hope is a long way away yet, but that day will come. Do you have to think about that as a CEO?
Yes, but believe me, it's not a slogan. After Cristiano Ronaldo, there is Cristiano Ronaldo. Because Cristiano already is not just a player. He's the one that is building the future of the entire football industry and is helping to build the future of this country. Now he's doing on the pitch. Probably, I don't know how many years, I hope many, he will do outside of the pitch, but he's already doing this job. He's just changing the role. So I'm pretty much convinced of what I'm saying. After Cristiano Ronaldo, it will be Cristiano Ronaldo. And will be for a long time in this industry and in this project.
Can you see a key role for him even after he retires with Al-Nassr?
Cristiano is so important that I cannot suggest any role. So I don't think that he can be limited in being a manager, being a, I don't know, coach, whatever. Because I told you, he's someone that is over the normal role. Look what he made with SPL. I don't think that, there is another player that after having been the best and continue to be the best in the pitch, he invented a new championship and he gave the evidence of this. So he helped to, he interpreted so well the role of a visionary of a new movement. And then he executed as well. So Cristiano is Cristiano. I don't think that you can limit it in a role, but definitely he's a protagonist now, and there will be even more a protagonist in the future.
So, moving away from Cristiano and back onto the team itself, what are your targets for the team, not just this season, but in the medium term as well?
So, first of all, I think that we have a good team. Starting from the coach, that is a very good coach. By the way, we haven't celebrated because celebrate before the end of the year. I'm Italian. I don't want to be that I'm superstitious, but better to don't do. He's now the most winning coach of this year worldwide. So he's the coach that won more matches, Luis Castro, in 2023 between two important championships, the one of Brazil and the one of Saudi. So we have a great coach. We have a very good team, not just thinking about the international player. The surprise is that the Saudi players are not just good, are growing a lot. And this is an evaluation that I'm sharing with you, but it's coming from the coach. And this is a consideration that we need to stress. The presence in the team of international players, and obviously in our case of the top of international player, that is Cristiano, is helping a lot the football player to improve, to increase their performance. We change the way of training. We make also, for the Saudi audience, a kind of revolution. We start to train in the morning. In Saudi, I understood after this decision, probably is one of the things that is a risk for me to be killed. But training in the morning means a lot for who knows this sector. You can control the weight in the morning. You can control 2 meals, breakfast and lunch. You can go to sleep earlier. And so means live more as an athlete. And the results in 6 months are pretty much evident now. The our Saudi players are increasing their performance, are increasing their strength. So the effect of this introduction of international play, this is a credit that we have to give to the SPL that do this job. At the end, he improved a lot the quality of the Saudi player, and because here the common project is to develop the Saudi football. Developing the Saudi player in the vision of hosting the Asian Cup, hosting the World Cup goes exactly in that direction. Now we need to fine-tune this strategy, but we already spoke with the federation and with the league, and definitely, this is just the first step of a journey that I'm sure will show important result for the Saudi football. So the team is good. We need to improve the team as all the team in the world at the end of the season. We need to win a lot. A lot.
Every CEO is under that kind of pressure, aren't they? To win everything.
Sorry?
Every CEO is under that kind of pressure to win everything. Win all the trophies.
Every CEO. I was under this pressure also when I was CEO of AS Roma. But now we are Al-Nassr. And Al-Nassr is considered already a kind of Real Madrid of Middle East. So when you are perceived at the top, the pressure is even higher. We feel this pressure, not just because we want to really make our shareholder and our fans and all the Kimberley proud of Al-Nassr, but we want to, personally, I want to win. We have a team where there is the one that is more angry for victory in the world, so we are obsessed to win.
As a CEO, in percentage terms, how much do you focus regionally with Al-Nassr and how much do you focus globally with Al-Nassr? Is it 70-30? Is it 80-20?
Okay, we can answer to this question with many aspects, with numbers, with revenues. The reality is that definitely we feel to be the most international club, starting from the international fans that are riding, engaging, starting from the international sponsor that now looks Al-Nassr as the gate of the Middle East. So when they want to combine their brand to a brand that can help them in be visible in Middle East, definitely Al-Nassr is the number one. We are considered really the gate of all the international brand to be visible and to be associated to something with the high capacity of engaging in all Middle East. And also we are, perceived this by the institution. Now in second part of January, we will start a tour in China. We have been invited by the best authorities, the most important authorities, and now the expectations by the Chinese fans to watch Al-Nassr and all this roster is so high that now we have problem also to manage that. So inside the kingdom, we have a very strong community of fans, super passionate, not just based in Riyadh. I met in Jeddah, I met everywhere we go. Al-Nassr is, very much spread in the country. But internationally, the community is growing a lot, and we want to take care about the international community as we take care about the domestic fans.
So we've seen standards rise on the pitch. You talked about training, standards have risen. We're seeing standards rise off the pitch as well. How do you feel about standards of refereeing, for example, in Saudi Arabia?
Okay. This is now quite a hot topic.
Potato.
Because when I start to work in Al-Nassr, that has been mid of September, I found a situation where all the clubs, at least all the top clubs, were just asking international referee. So the clubs don't feel comfortable with the domestic referee. And to be sincere, the level of the international referee that we had was not so incredible. Rather than I studied the level of the Saudi referee, and I saw that was at least the same, if not better. So, starting from this analysis and by the consideration that we are all here to develop the Saudi football, Al-Nassr has been the first that revert this trend, and we have to be regulated by Saudi referee. Then the first opportunity, I've been very much under pressure by everyone. But I'm convinced that the Saudi referees are very good. There are 4 or 5 that are international level. This is now a discussion that is animated a lot, the league. We cannot say that Saudi football is growing and not trusting on the Saudi referee and not giving trust to the Saudi Federation and to the league. Then we have to work in order that the Saudi referee are super trained, super skilled also in managing the pressure outside. Here, the competition. The Saudi is a real football country. So when I say football, I'm coming from another football country. Football country means that
it's the number one sport. Yeah.
That every day, all the people talks about football. So referee are under pressure, in particular local referee. But they need to train these, and at least the referee that I met were very good. They can make mistakes, but like we make mistakes. But I think that we need to develop, we need to work together with the federation and with the league to improve all the single aspect of the Saudi football. And this will be one of the federation and one of the league that obviously must be in the top 10 for a long term among all the worldwide federations.
I was broadcasting the King's Cup quarter-final game on Monday night, Al Hilal's game, and it was an Argentinian referee. He was excellent, and it does enhance the experience when you have that kind of quality of referee. Let the game go. He was absolutely superb. I just want to move on as we're coming towards the end, Guido. But what's Al-Nassr's plan for women's football?
First of all, Al-Nassr is the champion of the women's football.
True.
In the country, and we want to continue to be the champion. I don't know if the audience knows that Al-Nassr is not just football, by the way. We manage 21 sports between male and women, and we are dedicating a lot of time, a lot of budget, and lots of focus on the women's sport at all. Women's football in this country is growing. It's not just growing in terms of audience, it's growing in terms of focus, in terms of project. And women's football, reach a level. I've been a protagonist of starting women's football in Italy when I found the women's team of AS Roma that last year became the national championship. And And I don't know how long is this process. Now, after 2 years, because this is the second year of the championship, I already saw a good level, so the champion is growing. But overall, I think that, and this is something that is very strange, because many of my colleagues from Europe call me saying, women's football in Saudi, so you follow women's. And my answer is, guys, you need to update the perception of the women's in the country, probably in all the region of Middle East, because I before living here, I stayed 2 years in Dubai. So the role of the women in the society, not just in sport here, is so much important. By the way, I have a top woman in my board in Al-Nassr. And I don't know how many women are in the board of European Football Club. And believe me, he's young, but he's super good and involved moreover in the executive committee, giving a strong contribute. So the role of the women in the governance of the club, in the governance of the companies, but overall in the society, must be updated and super respected by the one that doesn't know how has been developed in the last years in Saudi. So women's football definitely is our target.
Yeah, it's exploding. Big changes. Fabulous. Finally, just personally for you, Guido, how long are you going to stay here in the kingdom, and what are your plans? How has it been so far? Like I said, is it 2 months or 3 months?
3 months.
3 months. How has the decision been so far, and what's next?
I'm happy about the decision that I took. I have a mandate of at least 3 years. I start to love this country. Definitely, I want to stay until we win everything. I hope to reach this target fast, and then we will see. But I love to give my contribution to the development of the football in this country, and this is a long-term project. At least we have 10 years until the World Cup. So until my shareholder and the leadership will want me to stay, I'm very much happy to stay.
Guido Fienga, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.